выходим на берег, то девочки радостно встают, и мы начинаем рассказывать про разные трудности моря. Но хватит, забыла сирена, и мы быстро прыгаем в воду. Мы жить не привыкли на суше, мы любим нырять и купаться, аквалангисты. Это хорошо, да, и взрослые знают, и дети. Мы радость творим на планете, аквалангисты. Это не игра. Меня укусила акула, тебя укусила акула, ее укусила акула, да нас всех укусила акула. Аквалангисты, это не игра.
Over my dead body is what I would normally say to this prospect. We'll see how the situation develops. Because at the moment I'm being slightly unnerved because once again there is a spider sitting right next to me, or rather sitting right next to my feet. This is making me nervous. At any rate, let's switch my mind to something else. Good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the world, and tonight we are back to playing Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. If you hear any strange noises coming from me, that means that either I have finally lost it due to fear, or the spider is making its moves on me. You know what? Give me a second. I'll deal with him appropriately. If you hear any strange noises, you know what's going to happen next. As I'm in no way, shape, or form responsible for what happens next. Well, I am partially responsible, but what is going to happen, it's not going to be pleasant for all parties involved. You hear me? I see you there, you fucker! Out of here! You're coming to my house. They pay no respects to me. You know what that means? Out of this place! Out of this place! If I catch you here one more goddamn time, I will get you, you bastard. You hear me? This is it. Stay still. Then again, you have no intention to do that. I will get you. I will absolutely get you, you fucking thing. I hate spiders. I hate spiders. The sole exception being Daddy Longlegs. If this continues any longer, I'm gonna have to break out some spicy options. We don't like spicy options, do we, folks? Down you go. Down, beast. Down. Down. Crushed. Victory, complete and irrevocable. Mine, and mine alone. Anyway, yes, I did just dealt with it in the most appropriate way. I hope you heard how many tries it took, and that was only because I was not very accurate on dealing with it. However, I did deal with it, and hopefully you did enjoy this bit of improv comedy at my expense. But I believe it's now time to start the game, so give me a second while I launch it and while the software detects it. So just a second. And after that, maybe I'll even go for a spot of tea. Because believe it or not, just as I was starting the stream, my kettle finally finished boiling. And I've just poured myself. Oh yeah, believe it or not, it was basically an XCOM situation over there. Pretty much. And there we go. As always, it starts a little off the corner and I have no idea why it does that. Now, help Dora the Explorer with figuring out why is that in your free time. That's not gonna be on the test. We got other things to do. And that's another art bot following me on Twitter, so I can disregard that. That is not the kind of fame I'm looking for, no siree. I'd rather try and get some other useful acquaintances, but that is a whole nother story. Now then, where were we? Did we manage to upgrade our newcomer? Of course we did. Mechanicus is, of course, our designated heal bot, engine seer. And he will continue to be useful, especially once we give him a little more energy armor. So, here you go. Okay, anything else? Well, we have a second secret mission available, but before that, Phosphor Serpenta, Cognitive Canister, and some Blackstone. So Phosphor Serpenta, 2 cognition points, single target ranged attack, reveals target statistics, deals 4 to 6 energy damage. Cognitive Canister, 1 cognition. Target troop for its next base attack, it gains 1 damage and 25% crit chance. That'd be better on a Secutor. Lock and Key. Generate Pattern Volkite Blaster. 6 to 8 energy damage to a target, 1 to 2 energy damage to chain targets. Target's movement is halved. So yes, it basically functions like the Immortals' Tesla weapons. And Curatio Claw, for a hefty 8 to 10 HP heal. This could be useful, seeing as we are starting to hit that point in the game where it's starting to throw more serious stuff at us. Gauss Plasma Pistol, attack ignores armor, deals 4 to 6 damage to target. And Omnispecs, target has a 75% chance to miss you with its attacks for 1 round. Cognition gauge increase, that's always useful, and an upgrade to our Sicarian Rust Stalker. Cog Occultaris. At the start of battle, the unit appears untargetable until he performs an attack. Gain plus 50% crit chance until the next attack. The 2 boss battles, which we'll get to later. Second head attack mission. However, we're finally getting another melee weapon. A Xenarite Axe. Same, or actually a little less of a damage compared to Omnissiah Axe, but applies acid. And just like the Power Axe or Omnissiah Axe, Machine Spirit charged up destroys 1 energy and physical armor. Yeah, see? 3 to 5 physical damage versus 2 to 4 physical damage, but acid. And we also get Skitari Vanguard unlocked. And finally, in the secret mission, we'll get, ooh, another melee weapon. That's actually Omnissiah Axe. And this one costs no cognition to use, in exchange with dealing less overall damage. And also Refractor Field Generator. Absorb 5 damage to allies in range for 1 round. You know, getting the Omnissiah Axe is tempting because, objectively, a free melee weapon is very useful, even if it comes at the downside of dealing less damage overall. Plus, Machine Spirit effect immobilizes the target, which should be grand overall. So let's go for that one. Xenobiologist Teresus needs more examples of Necron hieroglyphics to translate the Tesseract. He has asked for the retrieval of burial tablets from the tomb of Acropis. Once again, Cryptex, Immortals, and Warriors. So everyone is going in. And 2 Rangers. We should be good. Magus, I have reached an impasse in the translation of the inscriptions on the Tesseract Vault. The subtleties of the Necron hieroglyphics still elude me. Forge World Xenoscholars are the most logical choice to complete the translation. Picked grabs shall be forwarded to... No, Magus, I can do this. The Skitari have located a cache of grave goods buried with Lord Acropis. Among them are tablets with plentiful examples of these hieroglyphics. If I get hold of them, I can break through this barrier. It is much you ask, Teresus, but your request will be considered. My thanks for accepting this mission, Magus. I will not let you down. The secrets of the Tesseract will be revealed to us. The retrieval has not been completed yet. Thanks are not yet justified. Kepra? The Skitari located this cache of burial goods, but they had to fall back under Necron fire. It's likely the Xenos will reinforce that region soon. If you're going to grab your trinkets, you'll have to do it now, Magus. These are no trinkets, Subdomina. They are the key to understanding what these Necrons truly are. I hope they're worth spending lives for. They're always worth spending lives for, you know that? Alright, there's our target. The quickest way would be 1, 2, 3. No glyphs to hit on the way. If we go only if we go the scenic route, so let's hope for the best. They may send you Necron-chan, otherwise they will scrap her for parts. These resemble lower caste burials of primitive human civilizations. Perhaps they serve the same purpose among the Necrons. Yet Necrons do not die, as far as we know, comprehend. Death equals negative, so what is there to bury? Demand for answers increases, investigation required. A number of niches fill the walls of this chamber, each containing an inert Necron construct. These Necrons cannot be relied upon to stay inert. Rake them with gunfire before they can be awake. Examine the area to see if it really is a burial chamber. Loot the apparent burials for anything of value. No, let's go with painstaking. This may increase our awake level or initiative, but we'll see in a bit. The cohort checks the chamber for traps of any other hazards. They find one, a cyst of spores from a fungus native to Silva Tenebris that has somehow found purchase in the tomb. They disturb the spores and are forced to flee the chamber before they inhale a fatal dose of the toxic miasma. Unfortunate. What do we have next? A raised plinth holds several objects of Necron origin, perhaps another cache of grave goods interred with Lord Acrobus. Though they might be valuable or could yield up intelligence to diligent study, the Necrons could also have taken measures to protect them against intruders. Let's go with examine. Examine the objects carefully without touching them. It's worth ascertaining if they're dangerous first. Don't worry, I'm not asking you to pick any choices in here. These are for me to decide. The objects are polyhedrons inscribed with Necron runes made from an unknown material. They're also sitting on a cunningly concealed pressure switch that probably activates a trap or alarm system. Lacking an obvious way to shut it down, the cohort leaves the items and moves on with a new appreciation for the deviousness of the Necrons. Excuse me. I think I will grab me the tea after that, or maybe it's a little too early. Anyway, go here. Tech priests must escape. Oh, silence you. It did not do that. It's just that I can be... It's a little psychosomatic when it comes to dealing with things of that nature. In the sense that... what was it? Anyway, what I meant to say is, it's psychosomatic when it comes to breathing and such. Or maybe it's just my fat ass actually getting finally tangled up in something that is not in a... starting to lose my train of thought. Anyway, tell me if I can still be seen or heard. Otherwise, I will be very disappointed with myself. I swear to God, if OBS or Twitch is having a moment, or if my internet is having a moment, which technically shouldn't have, I am going to fucking lose it, bestie. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can anyone see me? Anyone at all? Right. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is this thing working? If not, I'm gonna be very disappointed, as I mentioned previously. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is it any wonder that I'm singing the blues? Ay, 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 ay.